If you go on Google right now and type Cassper Nyovest accused of stealing a song, you will immediately see tons of articles and multiple pages of Google results that have stories about Cassper stealing other musicians' songs. If you go on YouTube and type the same thing, you will also see many videos that talk about Cassper stealing other people's songs. Some people will say this is just hate or the industry is boycotting Cassper, but if you read these articles, watch these videos and compare the songs, you start noticing a pattern that keeps happening over and over again. Sure, most people that accuse Cassper of stealing their songs are upcoming artists, but big names have also accused Cassper. This includes, of course, Prince KB. My ratio might be off, but more than 50% of Cassper's hits are allegedly stolen songs, including his debut single, Kusheshe. I'm not trying to paint Cassper as a bad person or a horrible musician, but you know the saying, where there's fire, there's smoke. This man is not only accused of stealing other people's melodies, but even verses on some instances. So in this video, I want us to take a closer look into this whole situation. Also, when comparing songs, I won't play the whole song because my video might be infringing on other people's copyright. So instead, I will play snippets and you guys can rewind if you want to listen to it closely. Also, most information on this video is allegedly, so bear in mind because I won't be saying that over and over again. Now, without further ado, let's get started with this video. So, let's start this video with Cassper's latest song, Kushobani. Cassper allegedly stole this song from Tall Ricky Worldwide. On May 2024, Tall Ricky Worldwide released a song called Chom. A few weeks later, that song took over TikTok by storm. People were sharing the song and obsessed with the second verse, which is rapped by the internet sensation Nkosi Ndebele. This song also became dominant on Spotify after raking insane number of streams, which solidified the song in the streets, especially in the Cape provinces. Like most upcoming artists, Tall Ricky Worldwide reached out to Cassper via Instagram DM, hoping that he could jump on the song and help him make it even bigger. Here is the Instagram message right here. In hip-hop, it is very common for upcoming artists to ask for features from well-established rappers, especially when they have a popular song. Nasty C had only one hit when Cassper jumped on his Juice Bag remix. Big Zulu was not that big when Cassper jumped on his song I'm a Million. So, Tall Ricky Worldwide reaching out to Cassper to jump on his song did actually make sense, but Cassper didn't respond to that message. Instead, in December 2024, Cassper posted a reel where he played a song similar to Tall Ricky Worldwide's Chom. There were a lot of similarities between the songs. The bounce of both songs was the same, the tempo of both songs was more or less the same, and their lyrics had a very similar vibe as well. Obviously, people noticed these similarities and rumors quickly went viral on the internet for a few days, but besides Tall Ricky's fans, no one really cared in the industry. For those who haven't heard both songs, let me put you out of your misery and play both songs so you judge for yourself. So, this is Tall Ricky's instrumental.
Yeah. Then?
And this is Cassper's instrumental. This is a snippet of Tall Ricky's song.
Udah do it, ya chica chut. Ada bad, unu sela ayas kela chut. Ya udah do it, ya chica chut. Ada bad, unu sela ayas kela chut.
And this is a snippet of Cassper's song.
Salila, sama sonke, hi with Chom, 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 hi with Chom.
While Tall Ricky's song was released in May last year, Cassper's song was released earlier this year and the music video just came out a few days ago. Cassper has not released any official statement regarding this matter. Instead, he's promoting his song and hoping that it becomes huge on TikTok. But Tall Ricky is not the only person Cassper stole from. A few years ago, Cassper released a song with Davido called Check On You, which had a melody very similar to Prince KB's Charlotte. Prince KB immediately took to Twitter to address the similarities in chord progression between the two songs. What made it even worse was that both songs used a grand piano in their production, which makes it look like a literally copy and paste. If you don't know what I'm talking about, let me play both melodies for you. This is Prince KB's song Charlotte with Lady Zama. And this is Cassper's song Check on You with Davido.
Obio Baba, Cassper Baba, Davido Baba, Mufasa Baba, Fresh Baba, Nigeria Baba, South Africa Baba, Singsenga Baba.
I'm sure you can hear the similarities in these songs, and I know some people will say, but Cassper is not a producer, how is he responsible for this? Well, he is responsible, believe it or not. Remember when Kwesta dropped Spirit? Well, Spirit had a chord progression from an old South African house song. Somehow, Kwesta had to pay those guys for using their chord progression, even though Makwa produced the song. Same thing with Cassper. If his producers used Prince KB's chord progression, Cassper has to pay Prince KB. In music business, they have a fancy name for this thing. I think it's called interpolation, but I could be wrong. If you know the proper term, please let me know in the comment section. The rumors of Cassper stealing other people's songs have been going on for more than a decade. In fact, let's take it back to his debut single, Kusheshe. Most hip-hop critics believe that Cassper stole the melody of Kusheshe from Lil Wayne's song Amili. The concepts of both songs are totally different. Cassper is rapping about a Kusheshe and his rise to fame, while Lil Wayne is just having fun and dropping bars. Let me play you both snippets so you can hear the similarities.
I'm riding my. I'm riding my.
What most hip-hop heads are saying is that Cassper flipped the Amili sample and rapped Kusheshe. Also, notice how his Kusheshe vocal is toned down and boosted with a lot of reverb to essentially make it sound like a sample instead of a lead vocal. Back then, there was no uproar about this or how Cassper stole Lil Wayne's song, but the rumors nonetheless continued circling around hip-hop circles. A year after that, Cassper released another song called Phumakim, which became a huge hit. A few days after that song release, Daily Sun published a story about a Pretoria rapper who had a similar song exactly a year before Cassper's song. The titles of the songs were even the same. By the way, the Pretoria rapper's name is Sipe Muratiwa, and this is what he had said on the Daily Sun article. When I finished recording my extended playlist, I sent my song Phumakim, my first single, to radio stations and prominent artists asking for opinions. Cassper was one of them. He never responded, but I continued to market the song. Do you guys notice any pattern here? Tall Ricky was not the first upcoming artist to send a song to Cassper, then Chiki Chiki Cassper has a similar song. Sipho also went through the same thing with his song Phumakim. Sipho also mentioned that Cassper paraphrased his words and increased the tempo of the song. Unfortunately, I couldn't find Sipho's song on the internet because I don't know his stage name. If you know him, please let me know in the comments. Daily Sun reached out to Cassper for a comment about this issue, but Cassper said he doesn't know the guy and he hears no similarities between the two songs. The issue of Phumakim remains unsolved till this day. In 2015 though, Cassper released another smash hit called Dog Shebeleza. Rumors of plagiarism surfaced once again. If you don't listen to international hip-hop, let me put you on game. See, back then, there was this song by A$AP Ferg called Shaba Ranks. A year after that song was released, Cassper dropped Dog Shebeleza. Cassper released Dog Shebeleza on Datafile Host, which made the song blow up even further because Datafile Host was a free site. People were not actually buying the song, they were just downloading it for free. The more it blew, the more people started noticing the similarities between Shaba Ranks and Dog Shebeleza. The choruses of both songs are saying exactly the same. The only difference is words. Let me show you what I'm talking about.
Shaba Ranks, Shaba Ranks. 8 gold rings like I'm Shaba Ranks.
Shebeleza, Doc, Shebeleza, double measure right, Doc, Shebeleza.
Although beats of these songs are different, they do have similarities also. The drum pattern used on Shaba Ranks is similar to Dog Shebeleza, except in Dog Shebeleza it's a bit louder. Cassper also increased the tempo of Dog Shebeleza, while Shaba Ranks is a bit slower. Other people criticize Cassper of stealing Ifani's flow on Dog Shebeleza as well. But to be fair, Ifani made a cameo on Dog Shebeleza music video, so I guess he is fine with Cassper using his flow. And then for a while, we thought it was over. We thought Cassper is not stealing anyone's song until in 2017 he did. Cassper dropped his album Tuto in 2017, and on the album there was a song called Baby Girl, which was quickly claimed by an artist from Tembisa. The Tembisa artist Nhlanhla Dlamini was woken up by his fans telling him to listen to the song Baby Girl because it was very similar to a song he once released a few years ago. On an article with Sowetan, Nhlanhla says that he sent a sample of his song to Cassper because he wanted to feature him on the song, but Cassper's team denied receiving any emails from Nhlanhla. Nhlanhla also has voice notes of him and his manager discussing the song in 2016, a year before Cassper dropped his own version of the song. The same thing that happened to Nhlanhla is exactly what happened to Tall Ricky Worldwide and the Pretoria rapper. But these upcoming artists were not the only victims of Cassper, because in 2021, Cassper stole another song from Mpura called Angisho Guys. In March 2021, the late Mpura released a song called Angisho Guys featuring Mr. Jazik. A few months later, Cassper released his Amapiano track called Angisho Guys featuring Lady Do. What's interesting about these songs is that they sound exactly the same, with the exception of certain paraphrased words. Cassper's song is more polished and has more layers, which makes it sound even better than the Mpura track. But when it comes to beats, they sound almost the same. In fact, most Amapiano beats sound more or less the same according to me. The internet was not gonna let this slide. As soon as Cassper dropped the song, Twitter went bananas and they started attacking him. Lady Do, who was featured on the Cassper track, came out to defend Cassper, and people started questioning her loyalty since Mpura was her friend and a frequent collaborator. She then posted, "I'll never ever choose loyalty over honesty. I can't stand lies. If I lose a friend over honesty, that's fine. Lies need 10 other stories and I don't have that mina." This Twitter debate continued back and forth, but as usual, Cassper focused on his career and pretended like none of it was happening. What's even crazier to me is the fact that all of these songs are hits. It's like bro knows how to identify good songs and pushes them to become hits. His management is also very smart in terms of rolling out his music. Since Kushesha, when he blew up, they have consistently managed to push his music and expand his brand into different pockets within the entertainment industry. I won't lie, it's really tragic Cassper stole some of these rappers' songs. Those are life-changing songs for most of these artists, and because of how he moves, there's rarely any legal implication to what he does. Anyway guys, let me know your thoughts about this in the comment section. Word of advice, if you're a musician, please don't send your music to Cassper. You already know what's gonna happen next.